Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning, everyone. First of all, I can see that most of you are already here, which is, I think, it's quite commendable considering the fact that it's still PDPR for us. And my apologies for not being able to talk to you face to face last week because I was involved with exam. So it's better for us to have the face to face kind of session today. Right. So as you have been in my class previous years, I would normally do this kind of classes, me talking to you, if it's about writing. Okay, so basically in how to help you write better. Okay, so just checking, if my audio is clear enough. If you could just share your thumbs up in the comment section so that I can check I'm not talking on my own. I'm not talking by myself. Hi, good morning, Hayati. Thank you for being here. Okay, so if you could just share a thumbs up so that I can, I'm sure that you can hear me. Okay, thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Afika. Awesome. Okay, all right. Now, so as I've promised, okay, so you have done language awareness part of the topic, and if you notice, the work that I've given you last week is based on your textbook. So, because this is a PDPR, I wouldn't want you to be bought textbook or even with exercise books because I'm sure most of you would not have that in your hand yet. So that's why I use Google Form for you to do your exercise on textbooks. It's exactly the same like you have on textbook. Okay, so last week you have been doing tasks based on reading comprehension, listening comprehension, as well as language awareness, which is grammar and vocabulary. So for today, it's a sort of a final lesson for the first unit of English Download, which is a writing lesson. Okay, so without wasting any more of our time, let's look at the presentation that I have prepared for you. Okay, so let me just fiddle with this if this is gonna work for us. Let me just find the setting for this one first. Okay, so it's about a topic that we have been doing. It's personal, unit one, and this is about writing an email. Okay, so now as you can see from this um, page, okay, this old woman, playing games. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the task is read the writing task and answer the questions below. Okay, so the task is I have to write about personal relationships for a class project. Can you help by telling me about your most important relationship? Who is it with? What is he or she like? I don't want to be nosy. Nosy here means that kepo lah. Okay, tak nak jadi kepo. But can you also explain why the relationship is important to you? So write soon, married. So you are going to write an email. So just to check your understanding, I know you know this already. Email is in paper 2 SPM. Which part is an email? Is it part 1, part 2, or part 3? Okay. Share your answer in the chat section so that I know we are on the right track. Okay. So like I've mentioned just now, email is part of paper 2 questions. So which part that email belongs to? Is it part 1, part 2, or part 3? Please share your answers in the chat section. Okay, which part is email? Part 1, part 2, or part 3? Okay, the answers are coming in. Okay, good work. So that's a relief for me because we start off at the right foot today if you know which part the email is. Okay, right. So let's see what this email entails. Okay, so when you are writing an email, it's very important that you understood the importance of the audience as well as the one who's receiving or sending the email, because that is the key points when we are marking your communicative achievement. Okay, now the situation here. Okay, so the question here is was asked, who has sent you the email? Okay, who has sent you the email? So in this case, the one sending the email is Mary. Okay, so Mary was sending the email. Okay, now what does she have to do? So what does Mary wants in the reply? Okay, in this case, Mary wants, okay, personal relationship for a class project. Okay, okay, she wanted to know about your most important relationship. Okay, so that is what Mary wants you to write about in your next email. Okay, so that's follow-up questions. As you can see, who is it with, what is he or she like, and etc. Okay, so that is what she wants to do. What does she have to do? The answer is describe their most important relationship. Okay, now, so for the reason, okay, from this question, from this request of an email, can you share with me what do you think the reason why are you replying this email? Are you going to tell Mary a news? A. Or are you going to give her information? A B. And are you going to give Mary an advice? Okay. Please share your answer for question number 3. Is it A, to tell her a news, B, to give her information, and C, to give her advice? Okay, if you could just key in which one is your answer, A, B, or C. Okay, let's see. The answers are coming in. Okay, most of you answered B. Okay, most of you answered B. All right, congratulations. Of course, that is the answer you are actually giving in really challenging to this morning. Okay, so I hope you bear with me. It wasn't intentional. Okay, so let's just move on to the agenda of today. Okay, so yes, you have answered it correctly. Okay, so basically, you are trying to give Mary information about your most important relationship. So the answer is to give her the main thing that you have to write about. So you're going to write about the most important relationship, the one that we have discussed just now. Okay, and what points you have to include. So the points that you have to include is you have to mention who is your most important relationship. Okay, what is he or she like? Mean that you have to describe either both the physical description as well as the personality. Okay. Um, so what points you have to include? The one that I've explained just now. Okay, so let's look at language. Okay. Okay, so when we are talking about language, okay, you have to talk about the relationship that you have with the person that you are writing to. So in this case, what relationship that you have with Mary? Okay, so in this case, it is actually your friend, your English speaking friend. Okay, so when you are writing for an English speaking friend, okay, let's just share your answers in the chat section. Is it going to be a formal or informal writing style? So if you're writing for a friend, should it be a formal or informal writing? Okay, please share your answers in the chat section. Okay, we've got a few answers coming in. We've got informal. Some of you answered informal. Okay, you're right. Yes. When you are writing for a friend, your language has to be informal. Okay. All right. Let's move on to of the presentation. Okay. Um, our teacher has asked us to prepare a talk on what young people in different countries do when they are not at school. Can you help by writing and explaining what it's like in your country? What do young people do at home? And where do they go and what do they do there? Okay, thanks, Billy. Okay, so now ask yourselves question 1 to 7 in one. Okay, so meaning when you are answering email, it's very important that you underline any words or phrases that you think might be useful. Okay, so let's look at what we can underline for this one. Okay, so you have to underline for your English speaking friend. So when you're talking about English speaking friend, your email has to be the one that you answered just now has to be informal. Okay, so now what was the need of the question, the task? Okay, the task is that you have to uh, help a friend, okay, writing and explaining what is that in your country about what young people in different countries do. Okay, so what you need to explain in your email is that what do young people do at home and where do they go out and what do they do there. Okay, so that is what you have to do, what you have to write in your email. Okay, so when you are planning, it's very important that you're clear of the questions posed to you. Okay, questions that you need to answer in your email. Okay, so let's look at number 2. Tick the 2 writing skills you will mainly need to answer this email. Okay, so the answer for this one, it would be 1, because you are talking about a youth in your country, you're going to explain a lot and you are going to describe a lot. Okay, those are the 2 skills that's needed for you when you are writing this question. Okay, let's look at number 3 and I want you to do number 3. Okay, uh, Okay, read this email that was written in answer to question two. Okay, which two of the following phrases are the most important, the most suitable for ending the email? So we know that when you are writing for a friend, it's going to be informal. Okay, so which one do you think is most suitable for this type of response? Okay, is it I look forward to your reply? Is it good luck? Is it have a good time? Or I hope I've helped? Okay, share your answer in the chat section. Which one will be the most suitable ending to this email about for a friend who wants to know about what young people do in different countries? So, is it going to be I look forward to your reply, or good luck, have a good time, and hope I've helped? Okay, so which one? Which one do you think? Okay, some of you answered because the question actually requires two. So we look at the answers that you think might be suitable. Good luck is appropriate because your friend was is trying to prepare a talk. So basically, you would want to wish her the best lah, based on your input. I hope I've helped is another way of suitable way of ending this email as well because you're trying to help a friend who's trying to prepare for a talk. Okay. Okay. Right. That was the ones that I've expected from you, and I'm happy that you managed to come through. Okay, so let's look at the answers here. You are supposed to write about good luck and uh, I hope. Sorry, I hope I've helped. So I look forward to a reply. Is basically when you are initiating a communication. In this case, you are not initiating. Initiating means that you are starting off a communication. In this case, you are actually responding. So I look forward to your reply is not suitable, and have a good time is also not suitable because you are not replying for things that fun, like for example, a holiday or a party. So you're talking about an academic requirement of your friend. So it's only good luck, and I hope I've helped. That is most suitable for the ending of this email. Okay, now, um, okay, so this is the example of the email there. Okay, so that was this is example of the write up. Okay. Hi Billy, it was great to hear from you. I hope everything is going well. Your talk sounds interesting and I'm happy to help you with some information. Okay, first of all, when teenagers are at home here, they spend most of their time on the computer or watching DVDs. They often get up to 2 hours of homework and to do though. Parents also ask their children to help in the house by tidying their rooms or washing up. Some young people in the countryside have to help on farms too, watering vegetables or looking after the animals. When it comes to going out, we often spend afternoons at the local sports ground doing athletics or playing basketball or football. Otherwise, we usually meet in the shopping center and just hang out together or go and see what's new in the shops. As well as that, we sometimes meet in the cafe to chat, go to cinema, and go for a walk. Anyway, I hope your talk goes well. So let's look at number four. The writer uses a separate paragraph in her email for each new topic to make it easier for the reader to follow. Again, even though you're writing a short email, you have to make sure that you write in paragraphs. Okay. So in the email in three, find and underline the words that tell us the topic of paragraphs two and three. Okay. So when you're talking about topic sentence, you can look at when teenagers are at home here, they spend most of their time, blah, 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 blah. Okay. As for the third paragraph, um, when it comes to going out, we often spend afternoons at the local sports ground. Okay, so that's how this writer show that her idea is about to begin, which in other words is called topic sentence. Okay, Right. For number five, when you expand the topic of a paragraph, use thinking words in the sentences that follow to add new and information. So for paragraph two and three, this writer uses first of all, and this one, another paragraph, she uses when. Okay. Now, I'm just going to go through this very quickly. Okay, let's look at this linking word. Since that you are writing an informal email, okay, you are going to look at which linking words are more formal or informal. Okay, so in addition is informal. Besides that is informal. Moreover is informal. Apart from that is formal. As well is informal, and furthermore informal or formal. It could be both. Okay. Moreover can be both as well. All right. So when you are writing an email, it's quite important to know that your linking words should fit the tone of the email. If it's an informal email, your connectors should fit the informal tone of your email, and vice versa. Okay. So for today's task, so before I end the session today and before I assign you the task for today, um, okay. May I know if you have any questions, and shoot them in the chat section so that I can address it quickly before I assign you the question, the task for today. Any questions? Okay, Sarah said no, teacher. Always no questions. No. Okay. Now, I have already posted a question on your Google Classroom. I hope that you've got your notification. Okay, let me just share with you what the question is. Okay. Okay. I've already let me just figure things out. Okay. One second. I can just figure things out. Okay, so your task is going to be is the same with the in the textbook. Okay, just share you the screen now. Okay, so you are going to write. You have you receive a letter from your English speaking pen friend. Pen friend is like rakan pena. Okay, I'm doing a social studies course at college, and I've got a project to do about family life. So you're going to write about family life. Can you help? Could you tell me about your normal family routine at home, either meals, housework, and how you spend leisure time together as a family? I just need you to explain things and tell me what usually happens in your house. Love, Tim. Okay, so for paragraph one, you're going to write an email, 140 to 120 words, not that long. Okay, count on Tim's email to you, say how you feel about helping him. And paragraphs 2 to 4, introduce your paragraph topic, give information using linking words. And paragraph 5, comment on his project, say you hope you have helped. Okay, so that is going to be the task, and your task is on Google Classroom. So you need to submit your work on Google Classroom. Okay, I think that's all that we have time for today. Thank you for coming in. I'll see you inshallah in the next lesson. Bye everyone.